Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Inside Titan Sports. My name's Eric Kohler, and as always, thanks for joining us. Great show lined up for you as we have 3 head coaches in studio, plus a guest appearance. With that being said, let's get started and talk some women's hoops. Please welcome back the head coach, MJ Baker. Hey, Coach.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the show.
Glad to be back.
You know, you had one segment, we had a couple players and assistant coach. You were kind of sick there for a while when you made this good run at the end of the season. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think it's just the wear and tear of the season, plus having 3 kids. They always come home with some great germs. So it just really took me out, the flu and then a stomach bug. But it's good to be healthy again.
Well, it's great to have you back on the show. Congratulations. Great regular season, 22-6. 6-3 in conference play. Looking back, that season's over now. Now you're getting ready for the state tournament. But talk about this regular season. What a special ride.
Oh, yeah. It's been an unbelievable first year at Eastern Florida. I'm just so proud of my girls. They've worked so hard. They've really trusted the process. And every day they're grinding. And our theme's been toughness all year. And they've really showed that resilience all season.
Well, I'm excited about so many players seem to step up this year. And you had some shooters. That extra pass really made the spot for a lot of your shooters. Bates and Worley, talk about those shooters.
Oh yeah, against Central Florida, they both hit 7 threes. And it was nice to have them both there at the same time. Usually one shows up one game, one another game, but we had them both games. So 7 for 10 was one of the shooters. I believe it was Anjanine, and then Mariah was 7 for 11. So I mean, it's just they spread the floor. I mean, the fact that they can just be sharpshooters and knock down shots pretty consistently just helps spread the floor, especially with Alex inside.
Well, you know, Coach, you were on the show at the start of the season. You didn't know what you had. You had some players returning. You had some injuries. And all of a sudden, you put together a great batch. And now Alex down low. She's really improved on her game to have post presence.
Yeah, the girls just believe, and they believe in each other, and they play for each other. And I feel like that goes so far. Sometimes, I mean, when we step on the court, we're not always the most athletic or the biggest, but the girls' heart and how they play together and they play for each other, I just feel like that's the X factor for us this season.
Well, the fact is you got the players to come together and execute. But really, a couple games I did with TV, that extra pass, the execution's there, Coach. How do you drill that into their head to make them to buy in?
We just continue to preach like hunting the right shot, and then just the selflessness of I love the small ball, and the fact that half our team's European and half our team's Americans, just the toughness and just the sharing the ball that's coming from Europe, because Europe's really big into sharing the ball, where in America we're really big into the dribble drive. Just having that balance where they both figure out how to play each other's game is something that's been really beautiful to see them come together. We just continue to preach just finding the right shot and taking the shot that's best for you. And the shot selection we feel is huge as far as winning games along with the defensive end. Well,
you won some good games, 22 games, won 3 of the last 4. Set it up now, state tournament. You play a team you played twice already this year. You split Miami-Dade next Thursday. Set that up for our viewers.
Yeah, next Thursday at 6 o'clock, we're playing at College of Central Florida. And then we play Miami-Dade, who, yeah, like you said, we split with them. They won the Southern Conference. They're playing really well right now. They're just a team that's very well coached and very athletic, and they can hurt you if you don't keep them off the boards and stop their transition game. So that's really been key for us. And it's tough right now because we're in a 2-week span of no games, and we're used to playing 2 games a week. So we're kind of going Super Bowl style right now, where we're trying to figure out ways not to kill each other in practice, but continue to execute and work on sharpening things up for states.
You know, that's a big thing right there, like you said, is it's a different management of expectations of 2 weeks off. So how do you do that where you stay away from the injury bug and keep them away from each other, per se?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. I was talking to Jeremy, our men's coach, and trying to run stuff by him to see how he's done stuff, because he's been so successful at it.
Right.
I mean, this is my 3rd year going to states, and I know he's done it and done it well. So I'm trying to learn right now. Right now it's just a lot of guinea pig, just trying to figure. We're trying to stay competitive, keep our energy up, keep our cardio up, but at the same time stay healthy. So, and they're trying to kill each other. I mean, we have some really competitive kids, which is great. Yeah. But at the same time, it's trying to walk away, being healthy, getting ready for Dade, big picture.
It's a rubber match now. 3rd time you face them. You got a player like Victoria Morales. She doesn't fill up the stat sheet, but she's one of those players that gets it done. Talk about her.
Yeah, Victoria is a glue person, like I've been saying all season. And actually, the last couple days in practice, we've really been trying to hone on her to be a little bit more aggressive, because people are starting to just help off of her. So we're trying to find her mojo as far as when it comes to offense, where she finds a little more confidence in who she is, because we can't have them helping off of her, because once you get to this level, everyone's got to be a threat. And she right now is just really concentrating on that confidence on the offensive end, but defensively, I mean, she's going to be huge for us. Just defensively, rebounding, scrapping, deflections. I mean, she's one of our best players when it comes to all the X factor stuff.
And the one thing, too, you always told me is that on the rebounds, clean the boards, one and done, get in transition.
Yeah, and that's going to be with Dade. I mean, Dade's just an athletic team who is kind of scary. They just pull up from anywhere. I mean, it's like almost like playing an NBA team in some ways, like the Cavs, where they just pull up from anywhere. Everyone shoots. Everyone has the green light. And if they're on, it's going to be a long game. If we don't stop their transition, it's going to be a long game. And if we don't stop their rebounding, if we don't keep them to one and done, it's going to be a tough game.
Assistant Coach Schaefer and Mariah Bates were on the show, and they referred to Bates and Worley as the Splash Sisters.
Yes.
Talk about that. I thought that was a special story.
It's funny because we have quite a few girls who can hit shots. Yeva, who hasn't been very healthy, but she's back now. She has been back this last game. She's cleared with her knee, so it's good to have her back. So we have Anjanine, and then we have Mariah, the Splash Sisters, but then you have Yeva in there, who's kind of like the triplets. And then we have Fahey, who's redshirting for us, who's kind of like a Splash Sister as well that we'll have next year for us. So it's been a lot of fun to watch them just rise and just challenge each other as far as on the court.
It's been a great season. Now you have a new season upon you with postseason. 14-0 at home.
Yeah.
That's special. Home cooking was good for Titans basketball.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was one of our goals, was to be undefeated and just have a lot of pride and protect our home court. But obviously with the new season, we're on the road. So, but the beginning of the season, we literally didn't have our first home game till December, I think it was 12th or 15th was our first home game.
Right.
So we went the whole preseason with no home games. So we kind of did that on purpose, and we played in Georgia. We played 3 games back-to-back with 2 top 10 national ranking opponents, and we did that in order to prepare us for states. So I'm hoping that that all comes to fruition where it actually helps us that we've done this before in Georgia.
Okay, we'll set it up real quick again for next week, or the following week, I should say, Thursday, March the 8th. What you got? How can everybody follow you guys in terms of your postseason play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, www.efsc Titans, I'm sure we'll have something on there, but the link to follow. But College of Central Florida does a really good job of streaming all of our games, but we'd love to have any support. Anyone could come out. I know the men's team plays Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and we play Thursday at 6 o'clock. March 7th and 8th. So if you guys come out and support, we'd appreciate it.
All right, so again, on Thursday, March 8th, postseason play.
6 o'clock, Miami-Dade.
New journey. So what do you got to do to get it done? Set it up. What's the scouting report to get it done?
You got to give everything we have. I mean, we can't leave anything behind. All heart and execute. At this time, athleticism, size, all that doesn't really matter. It's a matter of execution and playing together. So that's our goal right now, is just to execute and play together.
Well, MJ, it's your energy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And listen, good luck March 8th against Miami-Dade.
Yep.
We're going to take a short break, switch gears, and talk men's hoops. Stick around, as this is Inside Titan Sports.
Create the career of your dreams with a degree from Eastern Florida State College. Earn a bachelor's degree, associate's degree, or college certificate in growing job fields like healthcare, business, and computer technology. On campus or online, you can find inspiration and success. Anything's possible where Titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
We're Mid-Florida Conference. Hey fans, welcome back to Inside Titan Sports. Very exciting part of the show. It's time to talk men's hoops. Please welcome back to the show the head coach, Jeremy Shulman, as well as a special guest. We have Michael Nuga. Hey fellas, how are you?
We're doing great. I appreciate you having us on the show. Lovely.
Wow, it's unbelievable. Hey, 27-3. I know that work is just now beginning. Now we do the postseason run. But guys, seriously, 27-3, 10-2 in conference play. First coach, I mean, wow, 27-3. I mean, again, you're so proud of these guys and Michael himself, but what's a synopsis looking back as you get ready for your run?
Well, first off, I want to say that this is a time. I know we've got the postseason coming up, which is it's the dessert. You know, we're fortunate to have it. We're going to really enjoy it. We're going to enjoy the journey. But this is a time that, as we're preparing, starting to look to the postseason, it's a time to reflect. Also, you know, too many coaches and teams get too caught up in what's next. But I mean, it's been an unbelievable regular season. I mean, I am just so proud of these guys. We faced arguably the nation's #1 toughest schedule. And we've faced adversity. It hasn't always been easy. We've faced some great teams. We've been behind the count. We've been down on the mat and picked ourselves back up. And you know, to go 27-3 with that schedule, with this group of guys, it's special. It just is. It's really special.
And Michael, you're one of the special guys. I mean, sophomore day had to be something that was kind of close to your heart. But again, you played really well. You scored 15 points or more in the last 5 games. You had a great run last year in the state tourney. Talk about that energy of that special group you have to make another run at the Hutch.
It's just, first of all, we have a great group of guys. We work hard every day. There's nothing we know that we can't do. Like, the sky's the limit for us. And every day we just practice hard, whether it's on the court. We're very competitive. We always try to best each other. So we know that as long as we practice hard, it'll translate to the game. As long as you put in the work off the court, on the court, it's going to translate to the game. And we just have so much energy. Everyone's so excited and amped. Some of our freshmen, it's their first time being able to compete for something like this. So energy, I'm not worried about. I know we're going to bring that energy. So
I think that's great right there. You know, Coach Shulman, you know that I'm a big hashtag energy guy. And also the new one is hashtag
You are really?
finding
Really?
a way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
and I think it's great to see your team just really, and especially what Michael just said it right there, to take that on to show how important that intangible really is for your team to make another run that you did. These are 6 straight conference titles, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing something right. These kids love playing for you. I'm glad to know you. Seriously, what is the recipe how to get everybody together?
Great players, great kids, great culture, great staff, great administration.
I like that. That's the 5-pack.
Yeah.
Michael, this last game, you guys hammered Santa Fe to clinch a conference. Okay, bottom line is you went up to their place, took care of business, and I think there was 11 players scored. I mean, you see that on a stat sheet. Usually it's 4 or 5 guys score. You had 11 players score. There's so many mouths to feed, per se. How does everybody understand their role that, hey, I might not get in there and get my 15, 16 points. I'm going to go in there. We're going to get it done.
I think it comes down to everyone that bought into the program, to the system, our coaching staff. So once all the guys bought in, points didn't really matter. And since that didn't matter to them, everyone came out on the floor. Everyone's going to get fed. Everyone's going to eat. So we just came out. Everyone knows their role. They play our roles perfectly, and we just enjoy the benefits.
I tell you what, fans, honestly, this team has been fun to watch. And the way Michael bounces around, you got some athleticism. I mean, the one thing I wish I shared with you is I want to have that same hair. I tried to do that before the show, and it didn't work out for me. But I tell you what, you're really special on the floor. I mean, the way you bounce, he's got that quick first step, Coach. And the fact is, what's your next step? After, obviously, you got a lot of things going on. We want to try to get a state national championship and all that jazz. But what's the next step for Michael Nuga?
The next step for Michael Nuga is to move on, go Division I. I'm always going to be a part of the Eastern Florida family wherever I go, and just try to bring my game to the next level and be a role model for people who look up to me in Toronto and Canada, all over the world.
You know, Coach, right there, I think that's the most special compliment he just said there. This is from a student athlete. He's always going to feel part of the Eastern Florida family, and you've always preached that since I've known you. And I think that is such a wonderful thing to hear from one of your players right here next to you.
Makes me happy. It does. That's why we do what we do, and that's why I do what I do. That's why I coach, and that's why we have the program the way it is. I mean, we could just take the most talented players and not care about relationships, not care about family, not care about the process, not care about this, and only try to win games. But it's hollow. It's hollow. We're fortunate that we've won a lot of games, but we do this because it's enjoyable when you're doing it the right way, when you're focused on the process, and when you're doing it with really great people, and those great people that become part of your family. And like I tell Mike and all the other guys, they don't just have me for these 2 years. They got me for life. And it's family for life. And so, I look forward to, obviously, this year, but I look forward to seeing, Mike's progression at the next level, and then the professional level after that, and then, the work and family level after that. So,
well, I tell you what, it's really special too to have 2 different conferences the back-to-back years. and to win those conference titles as well, to go into a different competition pool.
Yeah.
And, to go to Mid-Florida. But the fact is, 27 wins. Like you said, you played one of the toughest schedules in the country. You didn't shy away from any of the big boys. And now here we go. Chipola College.
Yeah.
Set us up for the state championship, toward the national championship.
Well, Chipola is really talented.
Okay.
They're really talented. So it's going to be a very fun first-round matchup. Brett Campbell does a phenomenal job coaching at Chipola. They've got a ton of talent. They've had the preseason #1 player in the country in junior college, and 6'11" Ueda Locke. They're just talented 1 through 10, and it's going to be a fun game. But we played them before. We got a win against them in December, but we know that's just going to make them even more mad and ready to play. So, but that's what you want in a state tournament. You want to play against great teams in a state tournament and postseason in general, and you want that opportunity to knock off some great teams. So we're excited again. Wednesday, March 7th at 8 p.m. and it's going to be a heck of a game against Chipola.
So right there, Michael, again, you had a great run last year in the state championship. How do you parlay that experience? Like you said, the other freshmen that never been here before, how do you use that and take that and say, hey guys, we can get it done. This is the formula. Let's get it done.
I just bring my knowledge from last year and I apply it to this year. I let our freshmen know that enjoy the experience. It's going to be an amazing journey for all of us. But at the same time, we need to buckle down. This is going to be fun, but this is business time. We're not here to play games. We're here to come out and win a championship. So I just let them know that it's going to be fun, but at the same time, it's business.
Well, I tell you, I love your energy. Now, congratulations on personal accolades. Ahmed Ali, Conference Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And then you, Silas and Eli made first conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then I believe Shaq and Nathaniel made second team.
Yeah.
And wow, I mean, that means that you're really getting the attention of the conference. But at the same token, with those accolades, we almost got kind of we got a mark on our back. They're coming for us.
Absolutely. Well, first, let me say again, you ask how we win 27 games. Well, that's a good start when you've got 4 players that are talented enough to be first team all conference.
That's amazing.
6 players in all that make all conference. That definitely helps us quite a bit. But as far as the target on our back, I mean, it's been like that all year.
Right.
And it was there last year, but especially this year. So we know every time we step on the floor, teams like, oh, that's Eastern Florida, one of the top teams in the country. We're going at them. So we're used to it, and hopefully we're prepared enough to be able to manage through that in the postseason as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, fellas, very excited. Again, set it up real quick. State championship, when's it start?
Yeah, so state tournament in Ocala, Florida next week, March 7th, 8 p.m. against Chipola College, who's ranked 16th in the country in the Massey computer rankings. It's going to be a fantastic state tournament. We win that. We play Friday at 3 p.m. in the semifinals. Win that, 5 p.m. Saturday, March 10th, state championship game.
I like your style. Hey, Coach, thanks very much.
Appreciate
Michael,
Thank you.
great job. Keep it up. Get it done. Find a way. Energy. We'll take a short break, talk some tennis. Stick around. This is Inside Titan Sports.
Create the career of your dreams with a degree from Eastern Florida State College. Earn a bachelor's degree, associate's degree, or college certificate in growing job fields like healthcare, business, and computer technology. On campus or online, you can find inspiration and success. Anything's possible where Titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Hey fans, welcome back to Inside Titan Sports. It's time to talk tennis. Please welcome back to the show, head coach Bobby Cashman. Hey coach.
Hey Eric, how are you?
Hey man, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'll tell you what, you came to the program now. Now you're building both the women's and the men's side for tennis. You got a lot on your plate. Talk about that, everything's transpired since you've been on the campus.
Sure, so I haven't done 2 teams in many years. When I was at Barry, when I first started my career, so the time management's essential. And I organize practice where I bring one team out a little bit earlier than the other, and sometimes I'll have separate practices to make sure they're both getting enough attention with me and the other assistant coaches, so it's good. And sometimes I have the girls actually play against the guys to strengthen them up in doubles, and I utilize that advantage. And I learned that when I was younger, to hit against some stronger players, so it actually helps the ladies develop.
That's pretty good. Now, I mean, you're managing a lot of student athletes. I mean,
Sure.
How many players on the women's side and the men's side?
Okay, so the men have 8 and the women have 6.
Oh, wow.
So we'll be a more full roster next year with the women, just because I didn't have enough time to getting more players. We started with 2 on each roster, so it was a lot of grinding and recruiting and spending a lot of time in South Florida, selling Eastern Florida.
Well, I tell you what, that's a testament to your work effort right there to do all the success you've had on the women's side. The women's side have really had a nice success out of the gate.
Sure. I mean, I think that was a little. The players are good. They came from some different schools ranked.
Right.
But to mold a team and get them to buy into what I want as far as being a team player and being unselfish has been, I did that work in the fall. Now the fruition's come out in the spring, and I really told them about losing their individualism a little bit with rankings, and the goal is to have the team play and perform at the highest level, and that means being unselfish, and we've had that.
Well, on the women's side, you guys notched up a couple nice wins against some region teams. Talk about that.
Sure. I thought we've been playing better. I thought we beat Broward the other day, 5-4 at home, which was a nice win.
Right.
And then we beat State College of Florida. But then I thought when we played St. Pete College the other day, this past Friday, we did a great job with doubles. I mean, we've been working doubles, and we're slowly getting better and knowing the rules. But our number 1 doubles team played terrific. They won 8-1 against a very good team that was ranked, and our number 2 doubles won as well, 8-2. So, and 3 came back and won. So when you sweep the doubles, you're up 3-0, and you only need points to 5. So you put a lot of pressure on that opposing team. So that's good. The doubles point's a lot bigger in junior college in Division II than it is Division I.
So shed some light on some of the players that make up some of those successful double teams.
Sure. I think our best player really in doubles is Duglacey. Linares, who plays at 2, but she's doing a great job with Shada Nickel, who's a freshman. And then I stuck Sarah Manseri with Juliana Monroy, who plays number 1 singles. And it was a little dodgy in the beginning about trust. And, they were kind of like, they weren't filling the holes and the gaps that I wanted to, and they weren't playing fearlessly and aggressive. And I got them to kind of buy into that. And now, with a few wins, what happens is, as always, it's the journey, it's a process. So in the beginning, they weren't so good at poaching and trying some different things and getting uncomfortable. Now that they see the success, now they're all in. Winning does that.
Well, it breeds confidence as well.
Sure.
Now, obviously, if you have a singles player moving to a doubles team, is that a tough transition, or the other way from doubles to singles? Which one?
I think it's difficult in any transition.
Okay.
Because doubles is a different game than singles.
Right,
but
right.
Just because you're a good singles player doesn't mean you're a good doubles player, because doubles takes a lot of net play and volleys and overheads, and it's kind of a half-court game, where singles is a whole court game. It's more individualized and patterns and stuff. Doubles is much quicker. The game's first exchanges, as we know, but I think it's kind of poaching and taking over that middle of the net. We call it the middle window, and we've been working so much on that middle window and poaching that I think they're sick of doing the drills, but they've paid off. They've paid off.
So shed some light on the poaching thing when you say that in tennis speak. Well, what is poaching from Bobby Cashman's
Poaching is
standpoint?
when someone calls a play and a girl serves down the tee, and she says, "I'm going," and she takes the middle and kind of puts the volley away, and, to either side, through the middle or angle. So we call plays and set plays, and it's tough to girls in general versus men, or ladies versus men. A lot of them don't volley as well as the men.
Okay.
So it's tough to get them in college to kind of push forward and get used to hitting and volleying at the net. So that in itself in the beginning of the fall was one of my goals with Caleb, is like, these girls got to volley every day and get better at it. And they don't want to lose their general game of being a good baseliner, but they have to be at least solid at the net. They're not going to be Navratilova or McEnroe, but they have to be solid. So
speaking of which, women's teams have had a great start.
Sure.
Talk about the men's side now, as they're trying to solidify.
Yes,
as a
I
unit.
mean, the men have improved. I mean, the men are doing a good job. They're 5 freshmen.
Okay.
And Niels and Adriel are doing a great job. They're winning at 1 and 2. And then I brought another freshman in that couldn't get in the fall that I waited for. And he's had Fabrizio Galvan brings energy. He's not the biggest guy.
I like that.
But he brings it every day, and he's a good doubles player, and he's crafty, and he's a good fighter. So he's brought that energy into our lineup, which is great. And I think we lost 5-4 to Florida Tech, but I mean, I look at the scores last year. They lost 7-2. I think with a much more talented team, I think next year will be better. I'm signing some players. I can't say they haven't signed yet. But we're beefing that part of it up. But I think our doubles has improved quite a bit. And, of course, we scrimmaged like St. Leo, 7 in the country. We scrimmaged some top 10 teams. Embry-Riddle beat number 1. We lost to them close up at Embry-Riddle, who was 10. So I think what's happening is they're not going to be afraid of facing an ASA who's 2 or 3 in the country, because we played so many good teams. That was the idea, to build their confidence up and get used to the level of competition. And I think now that we're passing through these rounds, now we'll next 3 weeks is going to really define us because we have a lot of matches on the men's side. I'm taking to a tournament in Charleston. They play ASA, and then we play Seminole State at home, which is a top 5 team in junior college. So we're building up to that, which is nice. And they're excited. The guys are excited.
Now, you're also going to play Valparaiso.
Yes, yeah. Indiana, good basketball
Yeah,
school. The
how about that?
coach called me, and he's like, you didn't even know I got let go at UCF, the tennis world, right? So he calls me and says, hey, will you play us? I said, of course. So it was good. It was good, and I said, let's play. And he's excited, and he's going to play some Division I schools, and he had an extra date, and so it's going to be good for the men to see what the Division I, some of the good Division I schools look like.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity, like you said,
Sure.
just get out there and
Sure.
get some reps in,
Sure.
and it's just going to build you guys
Awesome.
up.
Of course, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited about that.
So now you got 14 student athletes, both the women's and tennis on the men's side.
Right.
What is the number going to look like when you have a full roster, you have the time to build that out?
There'll be 9 and 10 on each roster.
9 and 10, so up to 19 players.
There'll be 20 players probably.
Well, that's good. Now set it up before we close out. Is that
Sure.
you're going to go down to Miami this weekend real quickly?
Sure. I think the women play a good Broward team.
Okay.
And we beat them 5-4, but they're hungry. They haven't won yet. They lost to St. Pete, so that's going to be a tough match. They play it Thursday at 1:30. And then we play in Hialeah at Goodlit Park, which I grew up in Miami. It's funny. There's a lot of activity in Hialeah. So we play ASA, both teams at 11 o'clock.
Nice.
And it should be good. ASA is good. They're not as good as they are on the women's side as they are on the men. The men are very good. They're like 2, and the women are kind of where we are, 7, 8, or 9. I haven't looked at the rankings, but it'll be a good match.
Oh, well, that's good. Coach Cashman, thanks for
Eric.
being on the show. Good luck
Appreciate
this
it.
weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all the time we have for Inside Titan Sports. Remember to check out anything online at EFSCTitans.com. For producer Rob Landers, Sam Hensler, Michael Parsons, I'm Eric Kohler, saying so long until next week. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise.